can't think of the word, but like I think a behind the scenes or like an exhibit we're gonna go see.
Hmm.
Um, which is chill. But why for the rest of it? We don't have to go there for like all the classes. Why? Why do we have to? I don't understand. Because I'm probably gonna have to end up taking the metro or something. But the issue is with the metro and stuff. Like it's uh the station is not near. It's like a ways away, so I'd have to take a bus to the station and then take the metro. And
Yeah.
me and like 4 other people in the class, because there's only 9 of us in the class, which is whack. Um, Me and like half the class, we have a class that ends at 12:15, right? This class starts at 12:30.
Wait, so you're in a class an hour away.
No. The class is on campus.
This isn't
So
the one that's in DC?
no, we have a classroom, right?
Okay.
That's where we showed up today, but now she's told us that for most of our classes, we're gonna have to go to DC. Which, like I said, is like a way.
That's pretty lame.
It's super lame. Then we have to like travel and put in extra money and time and like, you know?
And nobody got time for that.
No. I don't want to travel alone. The metro's scary.
The Metro is like not fun.
No. I've been on it with like a group of friends and that was fine. And I went with my aunt once. But to go alone, no thank you.
Yeah. I went to DC. Oh man, how long was it?
Mm.
I think it'll be 6 years ago this year.
Oh.
And yeah, the Metro is pretty crazy. But I've also, have you been to Chicago?
No.
Their subway system isn't too great either.
Oh.
But I'll tell you what city has the best subway system I've ever seen, and that's London.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. So like uh Paris wasn't that great in terms of
Oh.
subway because you have to like we had to like get these like travel passports and like everybody in Paris needed something like that, some sort of travel passport to get into the subway there. Um,
Mm.
but London is so nice because um, all you need is like tap to pay. Like you can have it on your phone, you can have a
Mm.
card with it. I used my watch. I had tap to
Oh.
pay on my watch,
Yeah.
and it was like maybe $1 or two every time we got on or off,
Mm.
and it was very simple.
Interesting.
But yeah, the metro is pretty cray.
Yeah.
Well, what are you planning on doing?
Um, I don't know.
Stuff.
Stuff.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Go down. All right. You know, it's funny. The other day, Uh,
Mm.
I wish we did it, but we didn't. But the other day, Boston was asking if somebody would play Civilization with them. I was like,
Oh.
hell yeah, let's do it. And then we just never did.
Oh. Yeah.
I think Marin said he was going to do it too, but he didn't have it installed anymore. And I think he had it on Epic Game Store or something. And he doesn't have that anymore.
Oh.
So I'm like, Marin, you gotta kind of get on that. Oh boy.
Trying to remember when we went to DC, because I'm wondering if we were in DC around the same time. Probably not like the same day. I think
Yeah.
around the same year.
2019.
Yeah. Um, is there a way I can type? Um, I can type. No. I don't know how. You'd think the Discord search would be easier.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah.
Here we go. Jeez. Oh boy, now I'm doing stuff. Some stuff. Let's see. Station Docker. Why does all these look so silly? Hmm.
Huh.
What?
Um, yes. Huh. It must not have been me, because I was like, I don't remember drawing with, I think it's Krita. It's like some drawings of some hands. I don't Mm. Weird.
Is it weird?
It is weird.
Or is it just strange? If I could put another one. Aw, snap. Oh boy. No, that's just silly. That's just silly looking. It's silly, silly, silly. No, where did it go? Oh, jeez. Close! Goodness gracious.
So I played Daggerfall first and then got hooked and started playing all the other Bethesda games. But Arena at the time, I was like, oh, I don't know, that cover's so goofy. I don't think I could get into that.
You know, after we finished Redguard, the whole team, the whole entire company went downstairs into the basement, and we would all package the games up to be shipped out. And that was sort of how things worked back then.
A girl. We've got a daughter, Catherine.
We had to create gun combat from the ground up, something this company hadn't done since the Terminator games. And so that was a big thing. And we knew with gun combat came combat spaces, and that meant designers who knew how to make levels.
But I didn't want to tell him, yeah, I'm actually taking pictures of this so I can blow it up in a video game, which is exactly what I was about to do.
We have a lot of takes of Ron Perlman giving us War Never Changes in many, many ways.
War. War never changes.
Hello friends and welcome to Rockville, Maryland, home of Bethesda Game Studios, creators of the Elder Scrolls series and proud adoptive parents of the Fallout franchise.
If you've watched our documentaries in the past, you know we like to travel to developers and interview them about the games they've made. But until now, we've never had the opportunity to talk to a team while the sausage is being made. That's why we're here, to talk to the people behind Fallout 76, to dive into the game's design and find out about the challenges and pitfalls they encountered during the game's development. To do this, we spent over a week at the studio interviewing everyone we could, from design to art to animation, QA, marketing and more, all to try and paint a picture of how Bethesda Game Studios make their games. So naturally, that also involves a lot of looking back. Many of the folks working on games here at BGS have credits on their older games too. Games like Skyrim, Fallout 3, Oblivion, Morrowind, and even Arena. Games that have each in their...
Boy, modding for Starfield ain't like modding for Skyrim.
What's
I was just saying, modding a game for Starfield is definitely not like modding for Skyrim.
oh,
This is just totally different.
in their own way contributed to the story of Bethesda Game Studios and their plans for the future.
But before we dive into the studio's exciting future, we've decided to spend some time looking back. We've got quite a lot of ground to cover here, folks, but as it turns out, a lot of Bethesda's history happened in this rather unsuspecting looking office building behind me.
I had gotten Wayne Gretzky Hockey 3 for Christmas from my then girlfriend, who's now my wife. And I looked at the address in the box and it said Bethesda Softworks, and I was like, oh, these guys, they're doing a Terminator game as well. So I said, I'll just drive by the office. And I went to William and Mary in Virginia. This office was on my way. So it's we're right off of 270. This is the same building. So I remember it was Martin Luther King Day, must have been 93. And I drove and I knocked on the door. I came in, but most people weren't here. It was a holiday and someone kind of met me like, who are you? What do you want? And I was like, I love your games. I want to work here one day. And when there was an opening, they finally said, hey, we have something. And I jumped. This is where I wanted to be.
How big was the company then?
Oh, 20 some people. The development staff was maybe 12. And so this is my 25th year, like in my 25th year.
What?
Same building. Right
no.
downstairs where you came in. That's where I came in.
The original Bethesda Softworks was founded in 1986 by entrepreneur and software developer Christopher Weaver. Named after the town of Bethesda where it was founded, the studio developed and self-published a variety of games, everything from football game Gridiron to early hockey games and even some Terminator spin-offs. One of Todd's first responsibilities once he joined the team was to port a CD-ROM version of a role-playing game that had been made internally. Ted Peterson, Julian LaFay and Vijay Lakshman were spearheading the project, a game that would take the first-person dungeon crawling of 1992's Wizardry 7 and evolve it using more modern 3D graphics techniques. That game had been originally conceptualized as an arena combat game, but quickly grew into something much, much larger.
I think I found out about it because I worked at a software store at the time with a friend of mine in Houston. So we were just employees on the floor. I'm trying to think why we found out about it in the first place, because I didn't necessarily follow RPGs or read Dragon Magazine or whatever.
Right.
Maybe it was just the box art. I'm sure that was part of it. There's a lot of literature on the back about how it's, I don't know if the term open world was used at the time, but how it's this limitless thing and you can do this and you do that, and that sounded great to me. I always wanted to make my own story. And in playing it, thinking about it now, I don't think I ever did anything with the main quest.
Yeah.
I left that to some other hero. You know, now I just want to buy a house and chill. That's all I want to do.
Small.
Houses are
Not
really
that small,
expensive in
but-
that game. I remember that too.
I saw Arena in
How old is he?
the computer game store. And was like,
Well,
looked at the cover and I was like, "There's no chance."
I
I'm
don't
buying
know the
that game.
exact date.
I don't know if we
'cause
should leave that
he
in
kind of
this, but
showed
like,
up outside one day.
so I played
My
Daggerfall
dad was
first, and
like,
then
"Free
got
cat."
hooked and started playing all the other Bethesda games.
We
But
tried
Arena
to
at
see
the
if
time, I
anyone
was like,
owned
"Oh,
it,
I
but
don't
no
know.
one
That
claimed
cover's
it,
so
but he
goofy. I
had
don't
to
think I
have
could get
belonged
into
to
that."
somebody,
It's a strong cover. It
It
says
was.
He's super
something.
friendly to humans. He's
So
potty
maybe it didn't
trained.
speak to you.
It didn't.
You know, he
It
just
has massive
I don't
ambition,
know. He had to.
yet
he was
is
something's
very, very
but no one
elegant
claimed
in
him,
my opinion.
so,
It knows what it is. It
we
will
kept him, but
feel
that was around,
really
like,
simplistic to an Elder Scrolls fan now. But in its day, it had, you know, massive
let me
scope.
see here.
It gave you the feeling, despite it being old, of this world is, I could do whatever I want. I could go wherever I want. And that the things you found, you
Yeah,
felt
we
were
found
unique
him,
like I found
well,
this. Only
we
I
found
did.
him
And this was there
11/5,
for me. And like,
2017.
it has the time warp.
Oh no, actually.
By the time Todd had finished his work on the
No,
CD-ROM
those were
port of
later
Arena,
photos.
the Elder Scrolls
We have
team
it
was already
before
working
then.
on Daggerfall, so Todd was made producer
even
of
then
a
he looked-
Terminator game. You have to understand that back in the mid-90s there were almost as many Terminator games as there were people living on Earth. In fact, Bethesda had made a bunch of them themselves. But this Terminator game was
Oh,
going to be
in
different.
the messages,
Terminator
she
Future
says
Shock was
interiors, so that
Bethesda's
would've been-
first full 3D
Would've been
game. It had
yeah.
a height map, it had instanced 3D objects, and the game took place across large, sprawling levels set in
Yeah, I guess it's,
post-apocalyptic
the 5th of
cities. Good design practice,
November
as it
27th.
turns out. About half a dozen people were working with Todd on Future Shock, and as that game was released and Daggerfall was going through its own tough development, many of that team went to help on the Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, because I sent you the photo of him the other day.
Oh yeah.
Because of the state of the project, I did half the levels as well. Did the sound effects. I did the sound effects
This
for
is
Daggerfall.
him
So anything you hear in Daggerfall, the little
from-
guys like yelping.
When we first found him, though. Look how tiny. Like, he's so scrawny.
He ain't no fat boy.
No. He's fat boy now, though. He needs to lose weight. I'm worried he's gonna get diabetes, honestly. Or not diabetes. Yeah, diabetes, right? That's the thing.
Yeah,
Because
usually.
they keep telling me he might get it. Because he's healthy otherwise. He needs to lose weight.
Fat
So-
boy's like, nah, I'm a good weight.
Yeah, he's like, okay, food. Because they were like, he needs to eat, I think it's half a cup a day or something crazy like that. Like, it's not much. But I looked at his feeder thing, right? And it says that when it dispenses food, it dispenses 1/10 a cup, 6 times a day. So that's 6/10 of a cup, which is a little over half. So I could knock it down to 5 times a day, I guess, but he's technically not overeating. He's just chunky.
Chunky boy.
He's chunky, baby. Aw, and I found some old photos of Ruby. I'm just going through old stuff now, I guess. Look at Ruby. She's so cute. She kind of hates everyone and everything, though. Very tragic.
I can relate sometimes.
Yeah. She, I don't know. I don't know who her old owners were. They must have sucked.
I just sent you as many pet pictures as I could find.
Oh.
Maybe. Almost.
Ah. I don't remember your pets' names. It's been a while. I don't remember their names. you've told me before, but
Yeah, the puppers is
Mhm.
Ray.
Right.
She's an old lady.
Yeah. She looks like an old lady.
And then the kitty cat. We rescued her, and her name is Wallaby.
That's right, you have told me Wallaby before. Wallaby's so cute.
Yeah, Miss B. So fluffy.
She's so fluffy. She's the first photo you sent of her, though. She looks so disgruntled.
Oh.
She's so cute. And your puppy, Ray, is so cute, too. How old is Ray?
We don't know.
Yeah.
My fiance rescued her quite a long time ago. Like 7 years or so, and they say that, well, at the time they said that she was like 8, but
Right.
she has colitis and thyroid problems. She has colitis and thyroid problems. And so she was pretty overweight. So she seemed a lot older than she actually was. And then she was put on meds and then dropped all the weight and seemed very young and spry. But I think she's getting a little more gray in the face now.
Yeah.
So I think now she's probably like at least 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And Wallaby is, I think, going to be 3.
Oh, okay. They're baby.
Yeah, she was about 1.5 years when we got her.
Trying to see if I can find any photos of Grace. Ah, there she is. This is Grace. She is my pup. Sadly, she's a little she's got like gray around the muzzle now. Like she's old. These photos are from probably 2016, 2017 maybe. Yeah.
Or all the creatures that, a lot of them are me.
Just in a microphone?
Yeah.
At the time, it just felt bigger and deeper than a lot of other RPGs out there. And, you know, oddly enough, it wasn't the quest so much in Daggerfall. The story of Daggerfall is kind of thin. It was more about your character and the world you were exploring. All these different dungeons you could go in, how you leveled up through actions, not just experience points. It was just a really different kind of game. It's really cool.
The memory I really have more than anything, because you start off in a dungeon, which I thought was always a strength of the series, to kind of keep you walled in. don't
Betty.
show you everything at once.
Yeah, she's
You really get used to
she's
that,
really
that
got gray
darkness
around
in
her
the
muzzle
corridors.
now.
You get taught about the fighting systems and so
She's
forth. I didn't realize
she's
at the
getting
time
up
that's
there.
great design. Only give you a few
Oh, I
tools.
found a photo.
Let's give you a hammer, and once you've mastered hammering in the nail, like in Karate Kid, then okay, now we'll show you the wrench and whatever else. So when you finally do make it out of that first dungeon, which is not easy to do without seeing a map of it, you know, you get this whole big reveal and the music changes after the first time. And you have suddenly it's all those possibilities.
If Arena is the world,
on the left, that's
Daggerfall
Pi.
pushes on
You spotted named
the
PI.
character system. So if you look at the two character systems,
That's Ginger
Daggerfall
in the middle.
introduces
Look, getting
the
sad.
skill system and the way you level up and the way factions feel about you, and you have languages and you have pluses and minuses.
They're all cute.
It's a very, very heavy character system, but awesome.
Yeah, I miss
a lot of the
Pi
world
just
stuff
passed
stays the
away.
same. It has a very sophisticated
passed
quest
away
system,
late
despite how
last
it might express itself if you go back and play it.
Well,
but it
earlier,
becomes a
last
game
track.
about pushing the character system much, much further.
And the right one's blue. We call her. We used to call her Tiny Friend. She ain't tiny
Before we
anymore.
start, for the sake of our name bars, can you tell us your
She
name
eats way
and
too
your
much
job
food.
title?
Yes, my name is Ashley.
But
Chang,
if you
I'm
take the food
studio
away,
manager
she
with Bethesda
cries
Studios.
and
Alright,
she
you've been
freaks
here a
out.
little while,
So
huh?
I have. I've been
she
here
has to have food
for,
at all times.
oh man, it's 18 years.
Okay.
I was one of 2 people in the marketing department at Bethesda Softworks. This is the old school mom
She
and pop
literally
business.
though, because
And,
when Blue
you know,
was
the
a baby,
first thing I
well,
ever did when I
even
joined
more
the company
baby, I
was
guess.
was mailing out review copies of
When we first
Battlestar.
got her,
Okay. Mailing
the
them out,
breeder that
and
had
by
had her
myself,
would
and
starve
then
her
calling up all the
to
press
make her
going,
tinier.
Please play this game. Please review this game.
Which is not
Todd and I worked on
good.
PR guy for Red Guard.
No.
Very.
We found that out because she would just like
The long lost forgotten
you'd give her
element.
food
It
and
is.
she would
It's an
immediately like
action
gorge
adventure game.
herself
You should definitely
and then
try to
just
find
like
it
get
if you
sick.
can.
I'm just like you can't do that. So
Yeah.
essentially,
Dogs don't know when to stop eating.
yeah. Well, especially because she'd been starved,
And
so
back
she
then,
like
the company was so
we
small.
really didn't
you
know
know,
how
After
to
we finished Red Guard, the whole
handle
team, the
food.
whole entire company went downstairs into the basement, and we would all package the games
Yeah.
up
So
to be shipped out, and that was sort of how things worked back then.
It was a mix of like my love
Essentially.
of Prince of Persia and Tomb Raider to come out, like real
hold
action
on, I'm
adventure
saving a
mashups.
photo.
Morrowind had kind of been going,
Oh,
but really
yeah,
not
what?
anywhere
I
like,
understand.
as a
Why
in
can't
a
you?
Daggerfall mix. And
We
then
have done our
Valhalla.
best to
And a
allocate
lot
the
of the
necessary.
Terminator teams that I worked with, we were going to do Red Guard. We were I could see.
But no, so
where we
literally
got
a little while ago,
time
like a
when
year or
3D
two
was still
ago,
coming online, that
my
we
mom
could
and
do
stepdad, right?
something to make a much more rich
They
product.
happened to go away
despite
for like a day
Daggerfall's
or two,
ambition
and they left the
Arena's
food bowl
ambition,
full.
the detail
And
of the world
when they
was
got back,
lacking
it
for
had
me
like
personally. Like, I like the
you know,
game flow.
4 pieces of
This
food
is
in it
what
or
we should be
something. Like
doing.
it was,
I like the
it
character
wasn't
system,
empty,
but,
but it still had
I
like
wanted Ultima
very
level.
little.
Right.
And since I had such little food in it, since they got back, Blue cried for 2 days and would not leave the side of the food bowl once they filled it.
How we built the world in Morrowind, just on a much, much larger scale.
Literally.
The other thing
Like,
Red Guard does at the time, also
Like,
coming off the
literally.
Daggerfall,
I'm not kidding. They filled up the food bowl when they got back because they were like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry. They were only gone like a day or two. And yeah, Blue
oh, that's
was,
a little bit more.
she was very sad.
But
So
that,
she wouldn't
that
leave
comes
the
in
food bowl.
and then Morrowind builds on that, right? The scope of
So
like a
she's strong. She
it
eats
missed
all
a
the
technology
food.
window. It really should have been a console game. It should have been on PS2.
Oh yeah, this this is Betty now.
Oh yeah.
We made some bad
Little-
decisions.
little
and made some
older.
games that weren't our best stuff.
Yeah.
And the company really got
Just a
very,
little.
very small.
Because we've had Betty. Because Betty's old owner was one of my mom's old friends, right? Closer friend. And she was like, she had gotten a puppy, and she named her Baby. And then she was like, oh my god, this is, you know, they had her like, I don't know, a couple months. And she was like, this is the worst dog I've ever owned. She never listens. She goes on the carpet, this and that. And my mom was like, and she was like, do you want this dog? And surprisingly, my mom said yes. Because we were never allowed to have a dog when we were younger, because my mom has really bad OCD about floors. So I was very surprised. But my mom was like, yeah, I'll take her, you know, like, we'll keep her for a bit, find her home or something. Well, when my mom got there and took her out, oh, Fat Boy's being so cute. When my mom got there and brought her out to the car, she realized she had a shock collar on. And that was part one of the bad.
I think the failures.
My mom literally took it off her and threw it out into the
because that's what you say
when they drove home.
Oh really?
Do what we think is
yeah, as she should.
Yeah, true.
Ridiculous.
We're already in.
Especially on a baby. Like we're talking, Betty was like a few months old.
Fuck it, let's just make the game.
No need for that at all.
Well, there is a contingent of fans out there.
And then literally when we got Betty, she was the most well-behaved. She still is the most well-behaved dog I've ever met.
You know, Morrowind was the greatest game, and a lot of it is because
like,
of the tone, the
for
flavor,
real.
the art direction, the character.
So it turns out they would like call her to hit her and stuff.
Yeah, I think the main
so if you
idea
tried
behind
calling her,
Morrowind
she would freak out and think you were like gonna hit her.
Are in an alien world.
So we had to like train her out of that.
You know, we had a lot
by giving her like treats and hugs and you know positive things.
Crazy, amazing, weird
yeah,
ideas.
poor Betty.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think Ray
we borrowed from a lot of things.
had a
It felt
problem
little bit like, what would Star Wars be
with
if it was, you know, a fantasy
like
game.
Abuse
and then
from like a male, like a man,
how they lived
she used to kind of be afraid of men,
and lived in this essentially desert. How did that shape who they were?
Yeah, it mainly because it just kind of affected her.
It became a mix of a lot of really different and interesting things. A lot of it's based off of, you know,
I don't know,
giant
it just
fungus
seemed to
or just strange thorny roots that grow
affect her mood towards
so it was
men.
doing something weird and then playing with the idea
but she
of
came to
scale.
grow.
So it's a little bit like Alice in Wonderland. Imagine taking things like
she grew
giant trees. How does it feel now to run around that world? Well, it's pretty cool. I haven't done that before. That's interesting. So I think things like
how
that
big is she?
They make the world feel really different and not like something.
Probably about.
Well,
like
we knew we had to do it.
Probably about corgi size.
We really wanted to make more.
That's what I was thinking.
It was such the ambition and scope were so big.
What kind of
obviously,
dog is
from the final product that it took a while.
Well, I definitely, I don't know for sure, but I definitely think at least part corgi.
They were doing the original Xbox.
Yeah. You can see it like in the ears,
very
like, the
PC
body
like.
shape.
This would be great. We'll have
and
an RPG. The other thing is you need to go back to RPGs of that time, which are like Final Fantasy and other things. And it is, well, we don't really do the
Chihuahua.
RPG that a console crowd wants.
I literally was thinking
Can we
Chihuahua.
translate the
like,
menus? Like, can we keep the experience the same? Can we do a console RPG that we would want to play?
Exactly.
And a game like Morrowind, back then the Japanese RPGs were what everyone loved. The Final Fantasies. That
yeah,
was what an RPG was.
Blue is
Western RPGs weren't really.
He's a
cool.
Gearhead,
you
though.
can say that, but nobody was making them like we would. Like this is going to be a first-person experience. It's going to be an open world. You're going to be able to go wherever you want. Like Morrowind's not going to hold you at all. You can
young
break your game
Gingy.
and we're not going to like. Morrowind literally tells you what you've done.
He's
You're
so
about
cute.
to break your save. Are you sure
Terrible
you want to
photo,
go?
though.
And we go ahead and let you say yes.
So
we
with
let you say yes. We
Chihuahuas,
let you break your
from
game
what I know,
That's
there
how
could be
open
more.
the game is.
It was
There's two like
fantasy,
types of
open
Chihuahuas.
world,
There's
and the idea
Applehead
that
and
you could
Deerhead.
just sort of wander
So
anywhere
Applehead
was
is like
very,
your
very
standard
unique at
like
the time. Streaming system,
stereotypical
how the NPCs,
Chihuahua.
how they
You know,
tried
they're
to make
very
it so you
like
could ask any
chunky.
NPC
They've got like a
question,
very
which is great in
round
theory, in
head, like an
practice,
apple.
But
Deerhead
that
means they
ability
have
to
more of
just
like
sort of wander around and do whatever you want in that game. And I remember
deer-shaped head.
the first time I came
Yeah.
across like one of the ruins in that game, and the feeling of exploration.
I don't know.
Just, literally, your mind was transported into another world in a way that I love video games and gaming, but it was so unique to me for its time. It was just amazing.
So Morrowind comes out is a much bigger
I wonder if I
success
can
than
find
even
any
we.
photos.
It's beyond what we need. It's a much bigger success than we anticipate, or it's huge, and it's really huge on Xbox. I believe it became the second best-selling title behind Halo. It crushed because people were hungry for, oh my gosh, have you seen this thing? So that really made it as far as us as a company and a studio. And that was going into Oblivion where, hey, the console part.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Blutarski.
Morrowind,
Not
in
perfect,
many
but it
ways,
is fun.
responsible
I
for
agree.
everything
That's why I like
Bethesda
modding
has
it.
since.
Ellie is
Not
the
only
white
was it
chihuahua.
adored by those who
Ellie
play
Mae.
it, but it established the creative process through which
And
BGS
there's Grace,
would make
little
their open
Gracie
world
next to her,
games.
and
The
then
team had
Ginger's on the
good
left.
tech, good art,
Goodness, you have a lot of
Pie,
fuckers.
good
a black
storytelling.
poodle.
It was the
Yeah.
foundation of a team that still
Mia's the
exists
newest.
today.
She's the one in
A
the
team
bottom
that would gain
right. She's
confidence
also
with each
she's an
project
applehead
they took
chihuahua.
on.
You can like
And though the
see
team
the
was
difference,
working under
kind
the
of.
same roof as their
There's
parent
Betty,
company,
and then
the
Blue's up in the
financial
chair.
success of Morrowind gave them enough slack on the leash to go for something
Yeah.
even bigger.
Sadly,
Morrowind
Ginger
On is like
and
the
Pie
second
aren't around
phase
anymore.
of Bethesda. You have like the pre-Morrowind.
But the rest are doing
The
good.
Arena Daggerfall success and bad things happen, and the company's
Well,
gonna
that's
do
good.
it, and they really got
Yeah.
6 or 7 of us.
They're all getting up in
And
age
then
though.
ZeniMax Media is formed
'Cause
to
we've-
sort of recap.
We've had them all for
Hey,
like.
what do you guys want to do? That's the other part that really needs to be
Betty was the
mentioned,
first
that
one we
business
got,
side,
and
to
then
keep us independent and say, hey, what do you need to make?
don't
Morrowind
test
what you
myself.
really
Like I don't
want?
know what order we
Without
got
that,
them in.
we probably couldn't have pulled it
I
off.
think it
And
was.
then so Morrowind On was like this,
It was
second phase.
Betty, and then I think
You know, we all worked
Ginger.
together, we all moved on to
Because
Oblivion
Ginger,
afterwards.
technically
Again,
with Luna in
big
between.
investment for the
Luna
company,
was a little
you know,
dog
the company
that my
was
mom
like,
got for me.
there's a
Like
new
she adopted
generation of
off of
consoles
like
coming.
some lady.
We don't know what this game is.
But the thing
We're
about
gonna make
Luna
this big
was
game. It's gonna be a big AAA
she
investment from the
hated
company, and
guys,
you're gonna wait
and it
4
was
years.
very
Is that
obvious that
okay?
her boyfriend or ex or somebody had like hurt her or done something. 'Cause she just hated guys. And my mom was like, I
Actually,
can't
that was
handle
very
that, so
interesting
she
4
sent her
years for us
back,
because
and I
we
was
were
like,
personally a PC developer
bro.
Okay.
Warren was on Xbox.
Yeah.
It took us a while to really pivot.
That's
You know,
not-
It's hard for developers to
it's
do this.
fine.
If you're traditionally a PC developer and you start making consoles.
So we got Betty, then we
it
got
takes a different
Luna,
mindset. Oblivion
sent
was
her
sort of our
back,
learning curve. That was
and then we
our-
got Ginger,
our project to learn how to make
and
games for
then
consoles, how to make games run fast and look good, and within the
think
constraints the consoles
we
have.
got
I remember we were one of
Blue
the high-level
first,
goals,
then
not officially,
Ellie.
but we had been talking that like
and then
if
Grace.
Morrowind
No, sorry, Grace
was
then
the
Blue.
Lord of
Blue
the
was
Rings
last,
trilogy, the
I
book.
think.
We have done our best
Blue is
There's a lot
youngest.
of text.
And then
to
Pie.
allocate
Pie
the
was-
nest.
The Lord of the Rings movie trilogy.
Pie was
You know,
last.
much more
And then Mia's the
visceral,
newest.
you know, a different aesthetic, more colorful.
I think that's the order.
More, you know, more
We were working on it for the Xbox 360 at the
Lot of
time,
pups.
which was
But they're all
obviously out,
small,
we're
so,
working on
you know.
hardware that's not done yet. So anytime you're trying to make a game, you don't know what the game is yet.
My mom
what the
likes big
hardware is.
dogs.
That combination can prove
Yeah.
stressful.
What
That
kind
and
of
then just how
dogs
do we
does
take
she
a
have?
huge open-ended role
She has one that's a German Shepherd mix with something else. Another that's a Weimaraner. A Weimaraner.
but still keep the depth.
Kind of swing more traditional fantasy.
Yeah, it's like
And it's more castles and lots of
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the closest thing to it. I'd say it's similar to like a bigger Greyhound, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
More accessible, and this wasn't without a backlash. Some fans of Morrowind saw it as a dumbing down of their favorite RPG. Many elements of the game were simplified. There seemed to be less.
I like it.
Excuse me. Less weapon types, less factions.
He always looks so skinny.
Every line of dialogue meant less speech options.
Like,
Morrowind
think
had
they
been
need
an
a good
incredible
meal.
RPG sandbox, but with the dawn of HD graphics,
Yeah.
Todd and the team had to pick
Yeah.
their battles. They wanted a bigger world. They wanted far more detail. They wanted a more simplified interface that would work on consoles. They wanted to bring fantasy into the mainstream, and that meant paring back. But the team was still small, and all this work required to make Oblivion the game they wanted to make wasn't without its challenges.
So the forests for Oblivion were really interesting. We used SpeedTree. We were, I believe, the first video game company to use SpeedTree.
No way.
Yeah, and it worked incredibly well for us. It was great. But what we ended up doing is we used all the SpeedTree assets and we'd bake them out and we'd put them in the game, and we created a procedural generation system. So we generated each area of the game and made it, and it turned out it wasn't so good. So all the artists then basically did like a terraforming pass where we'd go over the procedural
Oh, that's
generated
right.
work and make it handcrafted.
I was reading through messages like who's pudding, and I was like, oh yeah, that was Fat Boy's
insane
original name.
Pudding.
And we had to really
Yeah, I wanted. Okay, I wanted to name him Pudding.
Like we knew what we needed to make. They knew the number
And that's
of
what we
towns,
called him
but
at
like,
first.
okay, this town has
But
how many
then,
buildings,
you know, because he was
how
super
many
scrawny,
NPCs, how many interiors, how many
and I
exteriors,
thought
like all
Pudding
the
was a cute
details.
name.
So it
And
used to be,
then,
oh, we're in town, somebody make it.
you know,
And then the
we
artist would go off and make it, and the
had him
designer would help
fixed,
design it,
and
then
then he
that
had
would
actual
count.
source of
So it was
food.
really from that to now.
So he just got
very much
really,
much more
really
designed out
chunky
as
really
far as
quick.
how big the town
So
is,
we
how many
started.
buildings are
I
in it,
started
what
calling him
what
like
it's
Fat
made
Boy
up
or
of.
Chunky.
The way we designed
As like
the
a
dungeons, some of them were for quests, and some of them were
cute nickname. It's
more
said with love,
randomized,
okay?
and then the Oblivion realm.
Okay.
Making
It
dungeons
is.
obviously a big part of this. And it's sort of separated
So
there. And then
yeah, we
figuring out
just
how
started
we're gonna
calling him
make all
Fat
the
Boy,
Oblivion
and
realms.
it stuck.
So I remember that as a key part on the schedule. Like we
Right,
we had our game and our date, we knew what we were doing, but the Oblivion realms we saw them quite.
That's you. That's you, buddy.
During this stage at BGS, there was no delineation between designers. Level designers
He
were
just
also
stared at
house
me like,
designers.
okay.
And as the game got more complex, this was beginning to cause issues. Elements of the game were getting trimmed in an attempt to make the Xbox 360 launch date, and in some cases, to even fit the game on the disc.
Hold on. I need to
So in the shipping game, there's an arena in the Imperial City, and the original plan was there was going to be an arena in every city. And I
Okay,
had
the old
done the
message I was
majority of
asking my
that work,
sister for
and
Fire
we
Alpaca.
we ripped it all out.
I don't
because
understand
we
why,
realized
because
we
it's
needed
a
to
free
focus on
software,
one
but
to make
okay.
it better. That was painful. That was 800 lines of dialogue. That was all this scripting work, and it was definitely the right decision. Absolutely. It was fun to do all the fighting and fight and become the champion, but I actually really enjoy when I play it just betting on a fight and watching and finding all the weird bugs with that. Like, I would set it up so that the two combatants, there would be a Nord woman and an elf guy, and I look at the script, they were always really evenly matched, and invariably one team would always win, and it's supposed to be random. And I didn't know why. And I wasn't taking into
I found an old
account
screenshot
some
of my
like,
old.
the racial
Hi, bud.
ability. Like Nords
I
are
found a
strong.
screenshot
So
of
this
my
guy was
old
beating the crap out of this person,
laptop.
and I didn't. And so
Stop. Oh, please
I
don't
had to figure
knock
out all
over
that
there.
stuff. And
The Khajiits
Hi.
were always losing.
Yeah,
And on it, I
So
think
for us,
it's
for Oblivion, compared to Morrowind, the biggest thing is scale. Morrowind's actually kind of a small game. And
yeah.
Oh, no.
It is League of Legends.
It's foggy.
Why do I have
pretty
League
much
of
right
Legends
in
on my
front of the player.
laptop?
We didn't have LOD. There were no mountain views.
I don't know if
in
I ever.
Morrowind.
No,
So
I did
for
play. I think.
Oblivion, it was, hey, you're in
It's
this
been a long
giant valley.
time.
You can see the mountains everywhere, and that's what started the whole. Hey, if I can see it, I can go there and explore it. That really
I
happened.
guess I used to play
in
League of
Oblivion.
Legends.
That
I don't
initial
really
view
remember.
when you come out of the dungeon from character generation and see the world and see the water and see the ruins reflected in it. We spent a lot of time on like the framing of that.
When did it come
how
out?
the water looks, how the mountains look, to know that, hey, welcome to this world. Go do whatever you want in it.
Elder Scrolls
Oh, it
games
came out
are
in
like
2009.
kitchen
Okay.
There's so many systems, so much crafting. There's magic. There's just all these different systems that have to interact together. There's cities you can explore that are teeming with people.
How are you?
There hasn't been a nuclear annihilation yet. You know what I mean? Like everything's still there. Everything's still beautiful.
So we started getting into this thing. We realized that the guards are the best reflection. We started doing this in Oblivion. The guards are the best reflection of the character. So they comment on you. They comment on what you're wearing, your accomplishments. Like, hey, I heard you did this thing. Or like, and it gets really tough with stuff like the Thieves Guild. Or like, did I see you sneaking out of that house? Like.
But in the voice cast in general had not been figured out other
Don't
than
step on my keyboard.
let's bring folks back from Morrowind who we like.
Hi.
Michael Mack, the voice of the Red Guards and so forth.
You want to be a combatant? Wait, you're serious, aren't you?
Cast a few more people to fill in the space or change up cast from before.
Ooh, look, a fly.
No
Buzz,
headbutts for
buzz.
Right.
Hey, look, everybody, I'm talking to a fly. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
And all in all, it's 10 or 11 actors for what I think started out as it was 60, 70,000 lines of dialogue, and eventually we had to trim that down to 40, 50 or something like that to shift with, because it physically, at the time, we could not fit it on the disc. It was just too much. Something had to go.
You're a big, fat liar. Brother Joffrey, he should be in the Priory House, I think. I don't see any good options here.
One actor per race gender, and some are even shared. The Nords, I think the male Nord and the male Orc are the same guy. And originally they were going to be different, and we had to combine them. And it was just pure.
Oh my gosh! Hurry up and load.
We can just tack on another archive that you could download. It's all down to your local hard drive space on your console or whatever you're playing on. So it's a lot of ground covered by very few people. So days and days and days and days and days of just Imperial Male with Wes Johnson, our local voice actor.
In fact, I always forget his name, but one of our voice actors, I see him like once every 2 months at the Dunkin' Donuts down the street. I swear to God, I'm always meaning to say hi to him. I can never remember his name. It's so embarrassing.
And he goes, "Halt!"
And he's great. And I'm like,
Fat Boy's sitting on my keyboard. Well, okay,
Bad
not
boy.
exactly on it, but he's hitting the space bar and stuff.
Bad boy.
Oh, his tail's hitting the arrow keys. Okay.
Bad boy, your parent can't work. Can't work under these conditions.
I can't work with these
Oblivion's
conditions.
4-year development cycle was tough on the team. They had doubled in
But he's
size
so
trying to
cute.
keep up with the workload, causing them to miss
He
the
just
Xbox
wants love.
360 launch by 4 months.
I mean, he is
This
cute.
delay probably only contributed to Oblivion's
He
success.
literally
By the
okay.
time
Well,
the game
then I
arrived
say
on store
things.
shelves, console players were foaming at the mouth to get their
I
hands on
have
this
only ever
game.
met
The scale of
another.
Oblivion was
Okay,
something that had
I
never
wonder
been
if
seen on
I
consoles
can probably find a
before.
photo of him.
And while some of the Morrowind
My
fans
sister.
may have felt that the game had been overly
Well, okay,
simplified,
further context.
Oblivion struck a chord
My
with
mom
gamers
used to
in a
breed
way
cats.
that no
Oh
RPG
God, he's
ever
hitting
had
things.
before.
Fat boy.
Not only was this a red letter day for the open world
Thank
console
you.
game, but it tapped into a love
So
of
mom
the
used to
fantasy
breed
genre that
cats,
had never had its
and
mainstream
specifically
moment.
she
You
bred
could argue that the
Peter
release
Balds
of
and
the Lord of the
Sphinx,
Rings films had helped,
like the
or
hairless
perhaps
cats.
they had
Right.
just tapped into the same thing.
And so
Oblivion
she
was a
had
costly
one
venture for
named
ZeniMax
Maggie.
Media.
We called her
4 long
Maggie
years and a
Mumu
lot of money
because
went into the
she was like a
development of this
dark
game. So
bluish
they
gray
wanted a
color
backup,
with like
something
darker
else
gray
for the team to
spots
work
that
on as
looked like
Oblivion wound down,
cow markings.
something they could use all this technology
No.
on. But perhaps in a
Hi.
different genre.
Welcome back.
Looking toward
Please don't
Oblivion,
sit on the
which was a
keyboard.
4-year gap, 3.5 years, about 4 years, you realize this is going to take a
So,
while.
Maggie, we paired up with another cat named Harry, who is like a skin-colored cat. He was like a Sphinx. Sphinx. He was a Peterbald, I think. I'm giving you this for context because when Maggie had her first litter, she had 6 kittens, which is a lot, especially for a first litter. And so one of the kittens came out with white fuzzy fur. Thank you. You just Fat Boy just shoved his face in a vine. Thank you, love. But yeah, no, yeah, one of the kittens came out with white fuzzy fur, which is really weird. All the other cats came out looking mostly like Maggie, I think, from what I can remember. Like that dark gray color. So mom was like, because it was, she decided it would be her last litter because it was a really hard litter. Because Maggie got sick. Oh, okay, that's fine. So Maggie got sick and couldn't feed the kittens. And so, my mom had to feed them herself like every hour or two. Which was a lot. And I think we lost 2 kittens, so it's very sad. So mom was just like, I'm giving it up now. And I was like, okay. But because of that, she was like, you and your sister can each pick a kitten to keep. And I was like, I want the fuzzy white one. So I picked him and I named him Kiwi.
You said
He's
kiwi, right?
Yeah, I named him Kiwi because his fur was like kind of wiry. Like it wasn't like soft fur. It didn't look like fur either. It looked like a kiwi fur.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an adept name. And then my sister kept a cat that she named Tony because he looked like Maggie with the dark gray skin, but he had like stripes on him, like a tiger. So we had Tony and Kiwi. And then Tony it sucks because I don't really remember much about Kiwi because what happened was after a couple years, my parents broke up, yada yada. My dad was dating some girl, and I barely remember her. They did not date for long, but for some reason, my dad left Kiwi and Gilbert with her. Gilbert was our first cat we ever had. So I don't know why my dad left Gilbert and Kiwi with her, but he did. So I don't remember much of Kiwi. But a better news, Tony, that dude was so clingy. Like, I'm talking the clingiest cat I've ever met. Because you would go into another room, and he would he would start crying. He'd be like, "Oh my god, where are you?" And you would call him, and he'd come in. He'd be like, "Oh my god, you're alive." It's just like, dude, chill. But no, he was really cute because he taught himself how to play fetch and stuff. So he would go and steal my stuffed animals from my room, and he would like bring them to you and then ask you to throw them for him. It was really cool. He was like a dog cat. He was not big though. Like he was very small. So when he would steal my stuffed animal, it would be like as big as him, which made it even cuter. But yeah, Fat Boy second neatest cat I've ever met. Cause he just comes over, and he also cries for attention. Don't
Yeah, Fat Boy.
you? Oh, don't drink. No, use your own water.
Yeah, Fat Boy, use your own.
He's spoiled. He doesn't have like a water bowl. He has a water fountain.
We had one of those.
I think he likes it, but when he drinks, you can you can always tell when he's drank water because like the side of his face is just covered in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dips his face in.
Like you'd think he'd learn how to not get it all over himself by now, but he's silly. Oh, to answer your original question, they said he was like 4 or 5 when we found him, but I don't think that's true. I think he was younger. But we've had him since, what did I say, 2017?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I didn't date the photos that I saved. I want to say 2017. So that's, I can do math. 3, 8, going on 8 years? So if he was 4, he would be like 11 or 12. I don't think he's that old though.
We have done our best to allocate the necessary supply.
He's like 9 or 10. Maybe 10.
Still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you're stuck with me a while longer.
I hope so. It's funny because I've owned quite a few cats in my time. But he's literally like the best cat I've ever owned.
I miss my roommate's, well, my old roommate's cat.
Mm-hmm.
That cat is so snuggly.
Aww. Yeah, Tony was like that too.
Hello.
Like, he was super snuggly. That's how. Oh my god, Grace. Grace is so snuggly. She wants to be as close as physically possible, always.
Excuse me.
He's like scratching his cat post, and then he just flopped on the floor, and he's still scratching at it, and then he just yawned. Such a hard life.
Yeah. Such a hard life doing nothing.
Yep. He has toys, and he has his cat tree, and he looks out the window, and then he begs me for attention. Don't move. Carol, I will show you. This is him right now. Yeah, there you go. He's so silly. I will say, the one cat I had that I absolutely hated was his name was Rex. Yeah. Okay, Rex was an okay cat. He just wasn't overly friendly, and he peed on my baby blanket, and my mom threw it away. So I did not like him for that.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Oh, we had a cat named Rex back in like 2007-ish? 2006 maybe. And he wasn't a super friendly cat, and he peed on my baby blanket, and my mom threw it away.
Oh.
So I hated him for that.
Yeah.
He was an evil little cat.
Yeah, and that'll stay forever.
Yeah, that's why my mom threw it away. I still, thankfully though, I had 2 baby blankets, so my second one is somewhere. I think my mom still has it. So the second one was fine, but the first one. I just remembered Seaweed. She was a very good cat. She was a little old lady. She was like a little black cat. She was pretty sweet. If you got too close to her face, though, she'd bite you. So, she was mostly sweet.
We have done our best to...
Yeah, mostly.
She was friendly otherwise. Like, you could just pick her up and hold her like a doll.
allocate the necessary...
I love target practice.
What the hell?
Not like we're running anyway.
What's up?
Oh, something was just happening in the game.
Oh.
Anyways, I'm trying to get this to work. Silly. Alright, come on.
I found baby Tony.
Pardon.
Look at him. He's so small. Oh, I found good photos of Fat Boy though. This one is very aesthetic. No, why didn't it? Oh, it's too... Okay. There you
It's not Fat Boy, that's Tired Boy.
go. He's always an EP boy.
Hey, tired boy.
He pricked his ears up. I guess the boy part, you know. I have this. I'm sorry, I'm spamming you with photos.
I like pet photos.
That was Surf and Tony. You can just see Tony's little body behind him. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Surf was a he was part Savannah cat, which is like a wild cat. His mom was Savannah, so she was pretty big. I don't know what kind of cat his dad was. I guess a tabby or something. But his mom was a show cat. And so my mom bought him from Russia, I think. And he communicated mainly through like Google Translate. But yeah. She was a very pretty cat. But she had a bunch of like ribbons and certificates and things. And when my mom bought Surf, the lady actually gave her all the certificates and ribbons and like photos. Like we had a little photo album. I don't know where all that went, but she won like, you know, like cat shows and stuff.
They like won cat shows?
Yeah. She was a very pretty cat.
Interesting.
Yeah. Surf I think won one or two. Before we got a hold of him. Yeah, he was a good boy. Sadly, his heart was literally too big for his body.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that condition.
Yeah, it's I guess because his mom was a big cat bred with a littler cat, so it like I don't know genetics and stuff. It's funny because Tony was pretty small, but Surf looks not as big in that photo, but he was a big cat.
Big old cat.
Big old kitty cat. Mm. Have any photos? No, I didn't think so. I'll ask my sister if she does. She's not online, but that's okay.
We have done our best to allocate the necessary supplies for the device being built.
Proceed.
Apparently, I didn't remember this, but a little kitten showed up at my Nana's house in like 2019. And her friend adopted her and named her Jessie. Wonder what she's doing. She's pretty cute. She looks like the Chessie cat. You know, like the train.
The what?
The Chessie cat. The train.
Like the train?
Yeah.
Why don't I know that?
It's like their old logo. They've revised it over the years, but Jessie cat. This is a funny photo of her, but she looks kind of like it.
I can see it.
Oh yeah, I wonder if I... Do you mind me spamming you with things?
I don't mind.
Okay. If I can find it. I know I have them. Is this when he finished it? No, this is before he finished it. I don't know if I have photos of the finished one. That's fine. Oh, the photos are too big. Okay. Why does it do that when you can like send a photo to someone and then when you try and copy the photo, it says it's too big? Like, how does that work?
Too big of a size.
Yeah, but I sent it before when I took the photo through Discord.
Must be bigger now.
How does it get bigger? I don't know. It's weird. Hi, Top. I can't pet you all the time.
You ever played Elder Scrolls Online?
Yes. It's pretty fun.
I used to play it a lot, and I'm like literally hopping back in right now just to see, just to remember.
Me and Marion played it for a little bit, but then I got super uber sick, and then we haven't played since. When I say super uber sick, I mean I had to go to the hospital.
What
like
the heck?
Dying, maybe literally.
Probably.
Yeah, good times. Oh, but no, this is the right. I don't have any photos of the left half. I don't know why. But this is my Pop's train layout. This was before it was finished. I don't have any photos of the finished one. They're on my phone somewhere. I think it's cool. It has a lot more, like, more stuff now, but, you know.
The whole room dedicated to that?
Yeah, so when they built the house in 1999, in the upstairs back room, like when you go up the stairs to the left, they built a room the length of the house that was dedicated to be a train room. So it's about 20-something foot long and like, I don't know, 6 feet deep, 7 feet deep. It's pretty big. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. I like big train sets.
Yeah, my pop is obsessed with trains.
Does he like real trains?
Yeah, he worked for the Beano Railroad.
Hmm.
That's where he gets his pension from.
It's probably a really good pension.
It is. Yeah, he worked on it way back when, and like, I don't know, he's like 80 now? 70, 80 now, I think? Somewhere in there. So, a long while ago. Yeah, no, the train layout took literally 23, 24 years to finish, because he finished it either last year or the year before. So that's a long time.
He's done with it?
Yeah, he finally finished it, and he's starting a second one in the basement.
Oh, a second one in the basement?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen the second one. He wanted me to make the backdrop for it, and then he was like, wait, actually I can do it myself, and I was like, okay. So... yeah, it's cool. He actually, from when me and my sister were really young, one year for Christmas, they put up a temporary table in our, like, laundry room / pantry. It was kind of both. And on it was a, Polar Express train.
Oh, the Polar Express train?
Yeah. So he still has that, and once I get a house and stuff, he's gonna give it to me. He's just like holding on to it for me. And maybe one day I'll set up my own train layout. I don't know. I might. If I have like the room and ability to. Because they take up a lot of space.
They do, but they're awesome.
They are awesome. Because I would want to do, I've thought about it a lot. I would want to do like a snowy little like village. Even though I don't know how well the Polar Express would fit with it. But I mean, it'd be snowy. And it would be like medieval maybe. Because that's like my favorite type of thing. But yeah. Is Chessie based on a real cat?
Who?
Oh, the train cat, the Chessie.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know she has a mate named Peek. And they have kittens Nip and Tuck. Okay. I didn't know that.
Well, you know it now.
I do. Oh, the reason why they used her as a logo or as like a mascot was because the slogan was "Sleep like a kitten." So I guess their train ride was like very chill. When is B&O? Oh wow, it's way older. Okay. 1934. That is very old. Oh, well, I don't know. You said you've been by Maryland, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone? Probably not. Have you ever gone to the B&O Museum?
The what?
The B&O Museum. The, Baltimore and Ohio.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's very cool.
I suppose I haven't been that far into Maryland.
Okay.
Like, I've mostly just been in, like, very slight western portion.
Directions west. North.
I applied for a job in Rockville recently.
Oh, I think I know.
That's really close to DC.
Oh.
Probably not gonna get it, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really expect to get it anyway.
Oh, I know where that is actually. I had to look it up. Oh, it's by Gaithersburg. Okay, I do know what it is.
Yeah, like practically right next door to each other.
Yeah. Cool. What would be the job?
Level designer.
Ooh. That'd be neat.
Level designer at Bethesda, actually.
Oh.
Something I would love to do.
Yeah. That's like your dream job.
It really is. I try to keep an eye out for a posting like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Rude. Very true.
If there is more to this ancient temple, this is the right place. And Riddlethar knows my memories when Anequina's blood
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do.
We still got a lot of time to figure it out.
I guess. I have like another. I have this semester and then 2 more semesters of college.
Yeah. It's like
That's like a year and a half.
yeah.
That's
Plenty
not
of
much
time.
No.
To figure out what you want to do, that's a good amount of time.
Is it?
666 Clown King 666 just followed.
Thanks for following Cloud King.
Ah.
The big issue though is like where I live, like the state. There's like barely any art galleries or museums.
Is that like what you've been wanting to do?
Yeah. I want to work in like a museum or an art gallery. Because I'm going for art history, so.
Yeah.
So I originally wanted to do like illustration or something, but the closest thing my community college had was graphic design. So I got my associates in graphic design. And then I came here, and did I tell you about how I got here? I don't remember who I tell things.
I don't remember.
Okay. That's okay. I get to tell you again.
Yeah, tell me again.
No, so, literally, right, I was, did you ever meet Wildcard?
No.
On Discord?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I couldn't remember. Okay. I moved in with Wildcard.
Tell me, Clown King.
We were technically dating for like a little bit. It was a whole thing. It didn't end well. Because he just like, I don't know, he would lie and then say he's not going to do something and then go and do it anyway. And it's usually something I didn't want him to do. So it was like,
oh yeah.
Anyway, whole thing. Yeah. But so essentially our lease was running out and he had already left. He paid off the last two of his payments for the rent. But I was left to do the what do you call them? Like electricity and stuff and water.
Yeah.
Utilities. I was left with the
Right.
utilities and my half the rent. Which was fine, whatever, you know, he's not using it, so. But no, I was like freaking out because I'm like, once this lease is up, like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go back home? You know, like, what's my plan here? So I remember I literally was at work and I got off work and then Sydney came and picked me up. And we had to stop by her apartment because she had to walk Peanut, her dog. Peanut's so cute. And so I was sitting in the car and our other friend, PJ, was on the phone. And so Sydney was like, I'll leave you two to chat and then I'm gonna run in, you know, take Peanut for a walk and stuff. So we were on the phone and I was like, PJ, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he was like, or they were like, you know, just look up colleges and like look at what programs they have. And I was like, you're right. So I literally, I looked up colleges and in like 10 minutes, I was like, this one. And they were like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, why not? Right? Because I had like a 3.7 GPA. So I could have picked like anywhere, I guess. Yeah, I picked here. And I literally applied like at the last second. And I got it. So here I am. I don't remember why I decided on art history. I think I was just talking with PJ and I was like, what do I do? And they said, pick something you like. So I was like, okay, art history, I guess.
Yeah, like, definitely something that you like and not something that some people feel like is necessary, I guess. Like, personally, I think having, like, I don't know, like a bachelor's degree in philosophy, I don't know. That doesn't feel very useful to me.
Yeah, like that's a very specific job.
Whereas art history, it's like you're dabbling into like art, and you essentially, well, history is a lot more useful, I should say.
You said history is more useful?
Yeah, well, okay. Then, like, philosophy, for example.
Right.
And you like doing art stuff, and so, I mean, you like art and art history, essentially.
Yeah.
And so that can really translate well into work that you like to do.
Yeah. And I figure my backup is because it's if you have a bachelor's, you can very easily get a teaching
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I could just like teach if I really wanted. That's kind of my backup. Yeah, I don't know if I should have continued with graphic design or illustration or something. But to do that kind of job is very like demanding, especially like the animation industry, which I thought about for a time. It's very demanding. So
I feel like graphic design is so useful in the art field nowadays, though.
yeah, I don't know. So yeah, museum or a art gallery or a. I really wanted to minor in archaeology, but my financial aid won't cover a minor. So that sucks.
Oh, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Archaeology would be fun, because then I could get to go on a dig. To get an archaeology degree, you have to go like on a
Right.
mission, which I would love to do.
Could be Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Without
would
the
be
stealing
fun.
part. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Literally, my mom asked me when I was telling her about like maybe going into archaeology and stuff when I was like considering it. She was like, "Well, couldn't you just take something?" And I was like, "Technically, but it's very well documented, so no." Which I think is very funny. And the good news is tomorrow I don't have class till 4:30. So I can stay up as late as I want. I guess.
Well, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Also, I took out hummus an hour ago or something, and I haven't eaten any of it.
Why not?
I kind of forgot it was there. It's sitting on my desk.
Oh boy.
I have really bad memory. And I feel like it's just getting worse. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh boy.
Oh, so what you doing now?
Well, I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online.
Sick.
I'm trying to decide what I want to put this skill point into.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. I see. Healing yourself. Healing yourself. Stores. Sure, why not? Sure. Why not? There's so many menus in this game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bright moons, a bonus reward. Magnificent. Akruti is truly impressed. A suitable reward. You have no crates remaining. Purchase more if you wish to try again. Most crates contain 4 rewards, but sometimes you will get a special 5th reward. May luck follow you.
Bruh, I thought... I swear I followed before.
Mage Goat T
Oh,
just
wow.
followed.
I don't know how I didn't follow before.
That is weird.
I swear I did.
I thought you did too.
It's weird. I just noticed that. I was like, wait. Well, I'm following now.
We stopped the betrayer, but not before he set the moons in motion. Soon, the combat, our companions, the ancient structure.
Oh god, I don't even...
You're just skipping the dialogue.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Have you played World of Warcraft?
No.
Okay. So, World of Warcraft has an insane amount of, like, lore, and
Yeah.
they don't even talk, really, in that game. It's just all about, well, it's all about reading. And there are like 100 friggin' googillion quests in that game.
Yeah.
And if I took the amount of time to read them all, I wouldn't even have time to play the game. And this game has voice dialogue. And so I get a good idea of what's going on,
right.
Not necessarily through dialogue, but kind of through the events and objectives. And that's just kind of I don't know. It was a bad habit when I was like really young. I was just like, get to the action. And at this point I've gotten really good at kind of knowing what's going on based on what the objectives and what's been happening, and not necessarily the dialogue.
Fair enough. Is that little guy following you?
Yeah, it's my old dragon. Kind of a dragon.
Happy little dragon.
It's just a pet.
Did you pay real money?
I don't think I did. Well, if I did, it was to like get a DLC or something. Non-combat pet.
It wouldn't be under. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Daedric? No. I have a house cat. Oh, it's a guar. I see. How did I get that? Acquired through purchase, promotion, or event. It must have been a promotion. There is no way. I wouldn't even buy a pet in World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
I could be convinced to buy a mount, but it'd have to be really cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't even know what mounts I have. A couple of horses.
Cool. What is that?
Yeah, well, that's freaky.
Oh.
Doesn't really fit my character's aesthetic.
No. It's like a water bug or like a...
It's from Morrowind, that much is for sure. Nyx Ox, yeah, that's the Warlike. I know a little bit of Elder Scrolls lore, and like giant bugs are a staple of Morrowind. And yeah, Erebinimson is a tribe, and of course, Nyx Oxen of Vardenfell. Vardenfell is on Morrowind. Anyways, let's see what this one looks like. Actually, just oh, whoops.
Cute horse.
Or cat.
I like the cat.
No way, an ebon dwarven wolf.
Ooh.
That one's pretty cool.
I
like this one better.
Oh yeah, that is cooler. It's got the glowy.
That's wicked. Wicked. Well, that's cool too.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
The Ram of Dark. Ooh. Heavyweights. I couldn't eat. Oh, hey, that's cool. I would ride one of those.
Ah, that's cool. It's like a Ankylosaurus. I think that's what but more of like a griffin ankylosaurus.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Ursine, obviously a bear. What's this other one?
A bear! I want a bear.
Way back in the early days of World of Warcraft, there was like, I can't remember how many bear mounts there were, but there weren't a lot. In fact, maybe the only one at the time was what they called a black war bear.
Okay.
And the only way to get it is to go to the opposite faction's cities and kill their leaders.
Oh.
And so obviously that would trigger PvP. It was like player versus player and a raid at the same time because the leaders have an uber amount of health and damage and all that. So you had to get a big group of people together who could kill these leaders as well as fight off players. But I really wanted the black war bear, so I essentially just found people and we did it. And then I deleted my World of Warcraft character and it was gone forever.
No! Why would you do that?
I don't know. I felt like I was addicted and I was like, the only way to get off of World of Warcraft is to delete it.
Oh.
And if I had waited, it would have turned into like an account mount, and it would have saved permanently.
Oh. That sucks, man.
Yeah. And I don't really know if I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had a guild of people who wanted to do it.
Right.
Oh, hey, Cadwell, what the hell are you doing here?
Why is he wearing like a pot on his head?
He's like a really weird character. He's technically undead.
Okay.
Oh, and then there's this guy.
Yeah, me and Marin didn't get very far into the game, sadly.
Gasp.
We wanted to, but I got super uber sick and had to go to the hospital, and then we stopped playing it.
Well, I guess you'll have to get back into it.
I should.
I've been wanting to get back into it. There was like a period of time where I played a lot of it. I don't know why I stopped. Maybe another game came out or something.
Probably.
What?
Oh, yeah, no. That's like me and Leaf Green Pokemon. I had an original save from when I was like... When did Leaf Green come out? 2005? 2004? Leaf Green.
I want to say it was like
It came out in 2004. I was correct. Yeah, that was close. It came out January 29th, 2004. So I have a Leaf Green because I got it as soon as it came out, right? Even though I was like 5 at the time, 4 or 5. I don't even know how I played games that young. I just know I had a copy of Pokemon Blue. I remember playing it when I was like that young. Like I don't think I could read it.
That was my
original. I just enjoyed the images. Yeah, no. So I had a copy of Leaf Green from when I was very young, and when I was like, I don't know, 15, I got really bored one day, and I reset it. And I'm still so mad at myself for that because my sister gave me a seal, because so she got further ahead of me in the game, right? She got to the like ice island. I can't think of what it's called. I don't know. The ice island anyway. Where seals spawn. And so she got there and I was further behind. And so I was like, I have to have one of those. So she didn't have Fly because we didn't know how to get it. Game was new and the internet wasn't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So she had to travel all the way back to a Pokemon Center to trade me the seal. And I named it Peaches. And I had Peaches for a very long time because to beat the game, I thought you had to have a Pokemon level 100.
Oh, wow. So you probably just cruised.
So I just grinded for like hours. And so I raised the seal to a Dugong that was level 100. Yeah, I miss Peaches. I reset the game. It's so sad. I'm still very upset. And then... oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, I'm going to date myself really hard. I was 4 years old when Pokemon Blue came out.
Oh, yeah.
That was my first one.
Well, Pokemon Blue is my first game too.
Right.
But I was, young, and it was later. I was born in 1999. Which I think it came out in, what, 98?
Yeah, it came out in 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a baby.
No. Well, I was a baby at the time.
Nope. You're a baby now.
I'm not that much younger than you.
You're 25.
Yeah.
And I'm 30.
Yeah. I remember when you turned 30. Because you
was depressed and sad about it.
Hopped in my Twitch stream and you were like, I have to celebrate my last night being 29.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, yep.
I just had to kill that real quick.
Why are you killing the emu? Or Fell Runner?
Might as well have been an emu.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You look at that and tell me it's not an emu.
It looks like it.
Emu. And Doug.
And is that God, what's the car insurance? Liberty?
Liberty Mutual.
Yeah.
Liberty.
Oh, but no. So to make matters worse, straight, when I started going to my second community college, I had just started there. I was kind of bored. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my Game Boy. Like, why not play at school, right?
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I took my copy of Leaf Green, and I was like, you know what? Since because when I reset it, I was so distraught I didn't play it. Like, I don't even know why I did it in the first place then. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll just start playing through the game. I didn't get far before, so I just, reset it. And I literally, kid you not, I walked into the tall grass and I ran into a shiny Pidgey, and I didn't have Pokeballs yet. And I was like,
oh no.
It hates me. So I just turned it off and I haven't touched it again since.
Oh my gosh. Like, literally, you're on your way to to Viridian.
Yeah.
And
no, yeah.
Yeah, and you're not even at the shop.
No.
You're in your first patch of grass and boom, shiny Pidgey.
Yep. It might have been my second patch of grass, but it was very quick, and I was like, oh.
The only
that hurts.
Well, the only Pokemon, the only shiny Pokemon I ever got in like a mainstream Pokemon game that wasn't like guaranteed, or in Pokemon Go where it's really easy. Was, what the hell was it? I think it was in Diamond. I think. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was in Diamond. It was a shiny Tentacool.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, I had heard of shinies because, I mean, obviously I played Crystal, which to this day is my favorite.
Yeah. Crystal's pretty.
But yeah, second gen had Gyarados, obviously. So I knew of shinies, but I actually don't think I knew that you could just encounter shinies like that.
Yeah.
So I was so surprised.
I think my first shiny. I'm trying to think of what game it was. I want to. No, because it was before. So what Pokemon games did I have then? I would have had Blue, Green. Maybe it was Soul Silver. I want to say it was Soul Silver.
That's one game I really wish I had played. Although I prefer Ho-Oh. I think Ho-Oh is my favorite legendary. Yeah, I love Ho-Oh.
I want to say the Ho is pretty cool. But I want to say it was a shiny Teddiursa that I ran into in Soul Silver.
Ooh, Ursaring is a really good Pokemon.
True.
Because he's got a high stat, like a base stat total.
Mm-hmm.
And since he's a normal type, there are a lot of really good normal type moves, and so they're boosted from him. He's like a very slightly worse Snorlax. And when I say slightly worse, I mean like very slightly. Ursaring is very good. I like Ursaring a lot.
Valid.
And plus, that Teddiursa, they're pretty cool when they're shiny.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all green.
I remember my the Pokemon team I was building on Diamond. All my friends and I played it obviously on the DS together, and I was adamant about having like kind of rare Pokemon in my party. And I had all of the Gen 1 trade Pokemon. So Machamp, Gengar, Alakazam, and Golem were in my party.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I had that shiny Tentacruel and Torterra.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool team, but I think in hindsight, well, let's see. Yeah, the only kind of spread I didn't have was fire. I didn't have a Firemon. Which is like one of the best.
I've always been a water and grass type kind of person.
My favorite Pokemon is Feraligatr.
Oh, valid. I do like him. He's just a little guy.
Whoa.
And he's got like, has little spikes.
Yeah, he's really cool. He was Feraligatr was the very first Pokemon I grinded to level 100. In Crystal. I was very, very stupid with teaching him moves though. I taught him only HM moves.
Oh no.
So he knew strength, cut, I think waterfall and surf. Yeah. And to be fair, surf is like the best water move.
True. Surf's pretty good.
Waterfall is okay. But like strength and the specially cut, not good.
No. It's funny because my favorite Pokemon has like changed with time. So my first ever favorite was definitely Seal. Like that was the first time I saw Pokemon and went, I need that in my life. I don't know why. I thought it was cute. And at the time, you know, it was like what, 6 maybe? 7. So but yeah, no. I used to I remember when was it X? I wanna say when X came out. And I was playing through that. I got a Skitty and I named it Phil and I grinded it to level 100.
So you had a level 100 Delcatty?
Nope. Level 100 Skitty.
Oh, you just left it a Skitty the whole time.
Yep.
What the
I was
heck?
like, you're not allowed to evolve.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You take down the Elite Four with a Skitty.
Yep. That was the second Pokemon I ever grinded to level 100. Yeah, I really liked Skitty for a period of time then. I also really like Magikarp. He's just, you know, he's just a little guy. He's trying his
It's just
best.
a little fish.
Yeah.
Just splashing around.
And I also really like Mischievous.
Oh, Mischievous? Yeah.
I think they're cool. Or Mischievous, yeah.
That's a cool mon. I
Yeah.
remembered using Mischievous in Pokemon Colosseum on the Nintendo GameCube.
Oh god, yeah. I don't think I ever had Colosseum, but I did have XD Gale of Darkness.
Yeah, I played both. I think Colosseum is my personal preference, but they're
Maybe I
both
did
really
have
good.
I feel like I did play Colosseum. Maybe I did. No, you know what? My friend Mateo owned it, and that's how I played it. I didn't own Colosseum, but I know I've played it. Yeah.
Oh, I miss the GameCube days.
So literally, I love the GameCube so much. It's just a great console.
Truly, and it's got like, it single-handedly has the best controller.
Exactly, you understand.
Yep, I'm a man of culture.
It's true. It's better than oh god, what's it called? Nintendo 64.
I always thought the N64 controller was very strange.
It's so weird. Like why is it like that?
Like, why do you need to hold it 2 separate ways? Like,
I don't know.
people love it though. And people love like the weird blocky like original Nintendo controller, and I'm like, this is a brick.
Yeah, right? Like I don't know. People are weird. Oh, did you ever play the Pokemon Adventure games?
No, I played.
Oh.
I didn't play Ranger, but I did play the Mystery Dungeon.
Yes, I love Mystery Dungeons so much. It's so good.
And back then, my friends and I would watch Cartoon Network, and roughly around the same time the games came out. Because I had Blue for the DS, and my friend had Red for the Game Boy Advance.
Right.
And around that time, they had this TV show launch.
Uh-huh.
And I distinctly remember, like, the host of Cartoon Network Fridays. I don't know if you watched Cartoon Network, but, like...
I did, but it's been a hot minute.
Back in the day, there were, like, Cartoon Network Fridays. At one point, there was Cartoon Network Wednesdays, where they would, like, show new episodes of shows.
I know what you're talking about. Yes. I had to look it up, but yes, I do.
Yeah. And there was this host of it back in the day. And back when that show was coming out, he would do this really bizarre thing when promoting it. He would be like, Pokemon Dungeon Special, yeah. Pokemon Dungeon Special, yeah. And he would just say it like 10 times, and that was it.
Oh. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, so...
Oh my gosh. It was very strange. It was a cool show. The games are fun, though. I remember those games.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Boomerang?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. I used to love Boomerang mostly because it had no ads.
Right?
It would just go, "You're watching Boomerang."
Yeah, it would play like the weird music too with the toys.
Yeah, yeah.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. Yeah, that's so strange.
Yeah.
It'd be like really old Scooby Doo and
Yeah.
I think Captain Planet.
Mm-hmm. And like oh gosh, now I have to think. What's the one with the dune buggy?
Oh God, what is that
Literally,
show?
it's literally Scooby Doo but with like a dune buggy.
What the hell is it called?
I'm googling dune buggy Scooby Doo. Speed buggy. It's called Speed Buggy.
Yeah.
Wait, they were okay. Speed Buggy is a sentient talking dune buggy, a mascot of the Speed Bugs. They were called the Speed Bugs? I don't remember that.
Man, that takes you back. And then there were the Archies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And the Powerpuff Girls, and I would watch Dexter's Lab.
Yes. Good stuff.
Ed, Edd n Eddy was my favorite.
I enjoyed Ed, Edd n Eddy, but it wasn't like my favorite.
It was definitely my kind of humor.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it would have been my favorite on there.
I also really loved Foster's.
That was probably my favorite. Foster's, yeah.
I think, oh man, that's so tough. I might put Foster's in my number 2 slot.
Mm-hmm.
But I did love Dexter's Lab a lot.
Fair enough.
Ha 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 ha.
Yup. Apparently. Oh, that's why I don't recall it. It was after I stopped watching TV. Well, it was around when I stopped watching TV, I guess. But apparently on Boomerang they aired a Bunnicula TV show.
Oh, what?
A Bunnicula.
Really?
You don't know Bunnicula?
No, I mean, like, did they really?
Yeah, they did a TV show about it apparently in 2016.
I definitely didn't watch that.
Me neither. Yeah, I mean 2016 by then I wasn't, you know. I watched TV, but I mostly just watched Doctor Who and NCIS. So I wasn't really watching Boomerang by then. Huh. It had a second and third season. Oh no, it was... Did it have a second? Oh, it did. Yeah. First season was 2016. And then the second half of it was in 2017. And then late 2017, the second season. And then 2018, the third season. Interesting. They changed the Boomerang logo. What's with that? It looks boring now. I mean, I guess it fits the Cartoon Network vibe, but like... Oh, they changed it in 2015, yeah.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. Whack. Also, the Bunnicula looks really
Oh, you know what? I do remember them changing that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I definitely remember the old logo more, but I do remember the new logo too. And it's just a B on a square.
What?
Just the letter B on a square.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I feel like I have seen a new logo at some point. I just like forgot because I just remember the old logo more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And wait, I gotta look this up.
Mm-hmm.
It's Boomerang on a TV or on a streaming service.
Good question.
Boomerang content is now available on Max. That's cool.
Oh.
Boomerang is available on Hulu with any plan. Amazon Prime members can access Boomerang through the Amazon channel.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
That's awesome. I kind of want to go watch old cartoons now.
Yeah, right? Like...
Oh, jeez. Does that make me silly?
I have a question. Have you ever seen Casper and the Angels?
What's it called?
Casper and the Angels.
That doesn't sound familiar.
No, it says it aired on Boomerang, but I don't remember that at all. And apparently it's from 1979. Do you want to guess what it's about?
It's
I will tell you.
Wait, it's literally Casper the Friendly Ghost.
It's Casper the Friendly Ghost as a guardian ghost to two female space police officers named Minnie and Maxie, who patrol with a Jetson-style space city on their flying motorcycles in the year 2179.
Yeah, I'd never in my life seen that.
No. And what even, how did somebody even come up with that? I don't understand.
Oh, I don't even know. That's crazy.
Like, that's it's a really weird concept. But okay. Oh, do you remember the old Johnny Quest ad?
Which ad? I know Johnny Quest, I just don't remember the ad.
It was the one with like, where it was like kind of live action, and they're like on like a game board. And it like, I remember the dog goes to the mirror and it like flips around, I think. Oh, I found it! Yeah, they're like on a game board.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, what the heck is going on with this? Switch? Oh, that's what happened. Okay, well, anyways. Yeah, I gotta see this. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew there was a bit with crocodiles. I was gonna say the crocodile. Yeah.
I vividly remember this, yeah.
Yeah. Ah, memories. I wonder how they like animated it. I mean, I guess it's all like stop motion, but it's pretty like smooth.
I don't know. I think it's smooth, but I don't think it's too smooth for stop motion.
No, yeah.
It's weird not to see stop motion with like clay, but
yeah,
makes sense.
Right.
Here they come.
It was it a boomerang? It was a boomerang. Do you remember the alligator? Apparently it's called a shorty.
Johnny Quest.
It's like not an ad, it's just like a short story with like an alligator or walligator.
Oh yeah, I do. Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, this is gonna trigger a memory. I know it.
All I remember is near the end, the little bird where it's like, eat me! Come on, wait, eat me!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I knew that was gonna do it.
I think it's fun.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, you're messing with the order. You don't go messing with the order. They made a lemon show? What was that? Oh, 2017. That makes more sense. It's interesting that they made a show about lemons.
Yeah.
I know what one of my favorites would have been. Well, it might have been a tie.
Which one?
The Wacky Races.
Oh yeah.
I used to love Wacky Races. That or the Animaniacs.
Oh, you like the Animaniacs?
I love the Animaniacs. I think they're funny.
I used to watch the really old, and this was like back in the AM hours of Boomerang. The old Superman series.
Ooh. I don't think I really watched that. I remember watching Crypto though.
Oh yeah, that one's a bit newer.
Yeah, that was like newer.
But yeah, like when I like the really really old Superman ones.
Yeah. Yeah, Crypto the Super Dog was from 2005.
Yeah, that's a good show. I like that show.
It was good.
Ben 10 was cool.
Yeah, Ben 10. I thought that was cool.
I had always wanted that watch, like Ben 10's Omnitrix.
Yeah, right? Oh, Teen Titans.
Oh, that's a great show too.
So good. Oh, wait. Hold on. I have to search. No, that's not it. How do I search for this? It wasn't Super Friends. Oh, here we go. List of programs broadcast. Wait, they did in 2025. Okay. Hasn't come out yet. Oh, it did come out January 6th. Huh. They made a Frog and Toad show apparently, or sorry, Toad and Friends show.
Toad and Friends.
Yeah. Oh, Marvelous Miss Adventures of Flapjack.
Oh yeah, that was that one's a bit more recent too, but that's a good one.
2014. Yeah. I remember it being.
Oh yeah, I say recent. As in,
Yeah.
hey, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was starting. That was getting into the time where I thought Cartoon Network was starting to go downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when did Gumball come out?
The Amazing World of Gumball?
Yeah.
2011.
Did it really?
Yeah.
There's no way.
That's what the internet says.
I believe you, but my brain is not computing.
Oh, Thundercats. I thought Thundercats
Oh wow,
was
that's
cool.
a classic.
Yeah. It's also from 2011.
Am I literally just unable to hurt this fucker?
Oh, I don't know. I'll find it eventually. Because I don't remember what it was called. I don't know if it was Hanna-Barbera, but I know it was Boomerang.
Dang it, you were absolutely correct. 2011. I do not remember that show being that old.
Me neither.
But I remember seeing it and just not enjoying it.
Really? I enjoyed Gumball. I thought it was good.
Yeah, not for me.
Fair enough.
Total Drama Island was pretty good at first, and then kind of outstayed its welcome.
I'll agree to that. It was alright at first. And then I was just like, no.
It got a little bit too campy for me.
Yeah.
Guys, what do I do?
Is it pork?
What do I do? Oh, shit.
Kill him.
Jova King!
Oh my god, Captain Caveman. Still don't understand that one existed.
Oh my gosh, what a strange show that was.
Right? Like, why? I don't understand the Teen Angels part. Like, the Brenda, Dee Dee, and Taffy. They travel with their friend Captain Caveman, or KB for short, a prehistoric caveman and superhero whom the girls discovered and thawed from a block of ice. It's seen as a parody of Charlie's Angels. Yeah.
Yeah.
But why is, again, like the Casper show, why stick him with, I don't understand, but okay. Well, eventually I'll find it still. Pound puppies! Oh, I used to love pound puppies.
Oh, Pound Puppies. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, with they're at like a pound, obviously.
Yeah.
It was like dogs, and they would like get up to mischief and like kinda try to escape, but they would like go back.
Yeah, I remember that show looking a lot like Foster's. I assume it was just the same company.
Possibly.
It just reminded me a lot of Foster's with how it was animated.
Yeah, no, Pound Puppies was released in 1986 to 1987 in its original release. So it's old.
It's an old one.
Just an oldie. Okay, I'm like halfway full through the list, so I've gotta find it somewhere. I thought He-Man was interesting.
My fiance likes He-Man. I like He-Man. But she really likes He-Man. We watched the Netflix He-Man stuff. And
I haven't seen it.
it's pretty good. It's like I would say a bit more mature.
Okay.
Made for adults, really.
Right.
And like I don't know. I don't really want to spoil it, but they do some different stuff. Unless you want me to spoil it, I don't care.
You can spoil.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a I'm gonna have to look at it again. It's like a 3 or 4 episode mini series or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I think it does have multiple seasons. But anyways, the first season has like 4 or 5 episodes, and Skeletor is voiced by Mark Hamill.
Oh. Okay.
And basically the first episode they actually kill He-Man.
What?
And then like after that happens, like the world goes into extreme disarray, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I think He-Man dies, and I think both He-Man and Skeletor die, or something like that. I'm gonna have to watch it again. I don't remember. It was okay.
So, like, then what happens? Like, who's to follow?
So I don't know if you remember the old cartoon, but there was Evil Lynn, who was like.
Oh yes, I do remember her.
Right. I think she tries to bring Skeletor back, and other folk are trying to find somebody else who can wield the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they find anybody, but they somehow find a way to go back in time or something like that. Okay. And they rescue He-Man.
Oh.
But Skeletor, it turns out Skeletor's soul was like inside of like Evil Lynn's staff like the whole time.
Uh-huh.
And so that they kind of like duke it out.
Huh.
It's just kind of what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. I found it. Oh, it's... Oh! Okay, I didn't remember that part. Interesting. So, within Dexter's Laboratory, there was the Justice Friends shorts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find. I was like, wait, I remember that glisten. It was the Justice Friends.
The Incredible... What the hell was his name? Bulk? The Incredible Bulk?
It was... Oh, Kronk! That's
Kronk, that's right.
Kronk. Yeah.
I think it's like the Infraggable Kronk or something like that.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, the Infraggable Kronk, Valhallan, and Major Glory.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yep.
Major Glory!
I just remember, I think there's an episode with them with like popsicles of themselves. That's all I remember. Well, I remember like other bits.
Sorry, what episode again?
There's like an episode where they have like popsicle versions of themselves.
Oh yeah, I do remember that one. I remember the one where Kronk gets like a thorn in his foot.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at Pound Puppies again, and I was like, really? The animation from like a 1986 looked like Foster's? That doesn't sound right. And I looked back.
Well, they remade it, right?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, the remake. I remember watching both. Yeah, I remember the remake. I I think I watched more of the remake than the old one because it just like aired more often.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed both. I think the old one's fun because it's got a fun design for the characters. Yeah, no, I just remember both. Ooh, do you remember Hero 108?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, so it was like so there's like a kingdom and then
Okay, I looked it up and
mhm.
I do not remember this show in
No?
any way, shape, or form. It does not look slightly familiar at all.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, okay.
That's weird. I don't know how I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So basically from what I can remember, there's like a kingdom, right? And essentially, there's like animals, and the animals were fooled into thinking that humans were their enemies. So it's like a big battle between animals and humans. And then somebody tries to like reunite them. But it like I don't know. I don't remember like specific episodes. But I do remember the rabbit guy. I don't remember what was his name, Chewy? No. Oh, I'm thinking of Ling Chun. Ling oh my god. Lin Chung. The hat guy. The jumpy ghost face, that was his name. Oh, and Mystique Sonia. Yeah, I liked her a lot. Because her hat is like an individual character as well that can like move and do things.
Okay.
I always thought that was interesting. Yeah, it was a weird show, but it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Oh. Let's see, what other cartoon? Okay, so that's why I was confused. I could have sworn Flapjack came out before Gumball, and it turns out it did.
Oh, okay.
It was like Flapjack to me was like one of the last better shows.
Right.
Cartoon Network. Let's see, what did I watch? Oh, Chowder. Oh my God, Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
That show was awesome.
That was a good show. I
Oh, I loved Billy and Mandy.
Oh, I liked that show too. That was a good one.
So many bangers. The hell? Why is One Piece on there? And then Foster's, of course.
Wait, number 4's real name is Wallaby Wally Beetles?
I might have known that. Oh yeah, and obviously the Pokemon show.
Yeah.
Samurai Jack.
Yes! Oh my god, the animation of Samurai Jack is so good.
Indeed. Let's see.
Didn't they remake it?
They did, yeah. Oh, and Courage, of course.
Yeah, Courage.
Camp Laszlo was awesome.
I remember watching that in the hospital. Yeah.
Destroy, Build, Destroy sounds really familiar.
Oh my god, yes, where they would team up girls versus boys, right? And they would like build stuff.
Maybe. Sounds really familiar.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, they team up boys versus girls and they like build stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It was generally two teams that were like opposing.
I
But they did have girl versus boys.
I am Weasel. I
got
Weasel.
like yeah. As soon as you said I'm Weasel, I saw his face in my brain.
Let's see what else.
Yeah.
What else is there? Johnny Bravo, of course. Johnny Test.
Yeah. A lot of shows.
Oh my god, my gym partner's a monkey.
Yeah.
That was a great show. The Mucha Lucha. Man, that's taking me back. I even liked Totally Spies.
Oh, is that the one with? Yeah. I don't remember much of Totally Spies, but that was a weird show.
That was like a Charlie's Angels ripoff.
Yeah, it was.
Dang, that takes me back.
I watched a video on Totally Spies a couple years ago, and it's a way weirder show than you remember.
Yeah.
Because there's like an episode where they like inflate and stuff, and like I don't know, it's weird.
I just encountered a player whose their level is 1,351.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
That's insane.
What's the highest level in that game you can get?
I don't think there is a max. What's okay? Highest level in ESO.
Max level. It says level 50.
Well,
oh, okay. 1 through 50, you get like points.
yeah. I mean, you don't get
after that
any
you don't
additional points.
Yeah. Okay, this is from 5 years ago. It says the second cap is max allowable spent CP, which is currently 810. They might have increased it. That's a lot of levels. Oh, sorry. Okay. The max amount of champion points you can spend is 810. The max amount of earnable champion points is 3,600. So they're like a little less than halfway there.
You're more likely to get. You're more likely. Well, actually, this may not be true, but you're more likely to get 99 skill level in all RuneScape skills before getting level 3,600 in this game.
Yeah, I found a post about it from 2019 saying after incredible grinding, my friend Sayako finally reached 3,600 CP on PC EU server. So someone else has achieved this result?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mucha lucha, mucha lucha.
This one never expected to set foot in the capital of Nequina again. Such wonders you have accomplished. The healers. This one hopes to speak. Certainly. But anyone can make such a claim. To be before you returned, the specifics can, no matter what cause, the main canon.
Find Abner Tharn. Why don't you go find Abner Tharn?
Oh, someone asked how much time did the person play. They started ESO day 1. So when was it released?
It was like 2013 or something like that. 2014.
Oh, April 4th, 2014.
2014, that's right. I played it.
5 years. That's a while. April, May. Yeah, 5 years and a month to hit it. That's funny. Just heard someone yell, "What the fuck?" I don't know what's happening out there, but.
Yeah, it's a long time. That is a very long time.
You and Cadwell, the two of you just can't leave well enough alone. No one was supposed. I am neither sentimental nor enamored of pomp and circumstance. I watched firsthand as a remarkable young. An intriguing question.
Okay, my aunt just landed in Turkey today, so she'll be back home tomorrow night.
Turkey?
Yeah, she went to Bali, I think.
Interesting.
She travels everywhere. Like, if you can think of a place, she's probably been. Well, okay, all the big diving spots she's been to. She's a professional diver.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. She just kind of goes on trips and stuff. She's also a really well-known I guess programmer would be the word. Not for like games and stuff though, for like just computer stuff.
Right.
So she's written like a bunch of books and stuff, and I think she still makes money off those. So, well, probably not as much these days, right? Like no one's buying books on computer stuff, but
My fathers-in-law are going to Colombia next weekend.
Oh, yeah?
My brother and well, they're going there for I think they said like 6 weeks.
Oh wow.
And my brother-in-law is going to join them for 1 week.
Mm-hmm. My aunt has a Twitter account. I just found it. Interesting. And I know it's her, because it, you know. It says she joined August 2009. When did Twitter release?
Oh, I think I've had my Twitter for that long.
Came out 2006, okay. Twitter came out in 2006? What?
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Damn, okay. I didn't know that. What was I doing?
Oh,
2006, I would have just moved to my second house.
I joined July 2010.
Oh. My aunt has you beat.
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
My aunt is very, like, techy. I just found one of her books. It's QuickBooks 2005.
Huh.
So 2005 is old.
I'm the champion of the Iniquina, whatever the heck that means.
Oh. I don't know when I moved my Twitter. I can't. Well, actually, I could probably find out.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's all of the main quest of the Elsewhere expansion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, main quest at least. There's a bunch of side stuff to do, but I just don't care.
Oh.
not yet, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to go to High Rock anyway. I think I have a house. Don't I have a house here? Andrano Ancestral Tomb? I know that place. I've played an unbelievable amount of Elder Scrolls 3, so I know Vardenfell like I know my own apartment. I think my character owns a house there. Yeah, it's my #1 favorite game.
True.
Yeah, I do have a house. Attack! That's right. Oh yeah, it's the volcano. Anyways, let's check out the house. Any second now. Here we go. Cute little lodge. I literally think the place is barren. It's, oh well, maybe not. I mean, I can't say I really understand why there's like a small table and a chair under the staircase here, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a terrace. It's the bed. I have a kitty. Cool. Well, we
What was this email?
like a quest stories. That's what I want. Okay, High Isle. Accept. Of knights and knaves. That's a lot of gold. Oh. That's high. What the heck? High Rock? Oh, this area is not... I didn't realize there were still areas needed to be discovered. Oh, there's Solstheim. I can't even go into all of Skyrim. Yes, Solstheim is right there, and I can't go there. There's, like, Central Skyrim that I can't go to. There's fucking Hammerfell that I can't go into, and... what the hell is that? Black Marsh. Interesting. So I suppose that's where additional stuff is going to be. Additional story. Well, screw it. That's why we get gold. Not to buy anything, but to use it to travel.
Oh, travel.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's 2,300. 2,300.
To travel?
No, this person is level 2,300.
Oh. That makes sense.
Well, I guess High Rock is not a thing. It's just High Isle, I guess. Two different things, I guess.
Says I changed my password 3 months ago. I don't remember what I changed it to.
Did you change it to password?
No, but that's really fun.
Password 123.
Yeah, password.
Hey, this person is level 18, just like me. Oh, that person's 3,288.
Yeah.
It's the highest I've seen so far.
My dockhands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
Password.
There was a
Nick.
small...
Oh, hello. Good to see you again, my... Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Bacaro. I have a keen eye for talent. Lord certain, gone for long, possibly. When the ancient...
Okay. Ooh, that's cool.
And what?
Where's the smith? To the smithy, go! Oh, you're kidding me. There was a boat that could have taken me here. I just had to go to Mournhold. Okay.
I was under updates.
Mournhold. City of Light. City of Magic.
What do you want? Have you made it?
I use only the...
Need a good blade, Mainlander.
Never thought I'd set up shop in a Breton sea.
Move well, mate.
Good lord. How do I... Oh boy, I am yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm done for the day. Oh.
You know, there wasn't pressure, but hey, we should probably get more than one thing going because these things take a while. What would you like to make? And we made a list. You know, it was basically post-apocalyptic. We had some other worlds, you know, science fiction. I could go through the list.
What happened?
You never know if we'll make them, so I don't want to spoil
I have to read like.
it.
Oh no! Okay, I'm good. I have to read like 20 pages before tomorrow. That's
for the
much better.
post-apocalyptic game. It was called
I have to read
Apocalypse
like
Road.
60 pages
It's like a
before
road sign instead of
the
apocalypse.
next.
And I had written Fallout. It's Fallout.
I
And it's
panicked
really,
for a
you know,
minute.
You want Fallout.
Fine.
Yeah, but that's, you know.
I can
we
read
don't
like
have
20
that.
pages.
And somebody here knew
See,
someone
that's easy.
and said, well, I think, you know, if they're having a rough time, they're not using it, we might be able to acquire it. And I was like, oh my God, that would be a dream. If you could get that, I'm telling you, this would be perfect here. Fits what we do, even though it's different, but the vibe of the game fits it would fit with our style of game. And maybe it was probably a while. It was a year. Someone goes back and says, I remember I actually got a sticky note from Todd Vaughn on I can remember it vividly, just a sticky note on my desk when I came back said, got you Fallout, it's yours. It's just like, who does that, like, when does that happen?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why are there sesame seeds in a burger?
I don't know. Crunch?
For me personally, I was excited. I was very, very excited to be working on that game.
When it was time for Bethesda to pick a location for their Fallout game, they chose Washington, D.C., and they did so for a number of reasons.
Even the internet doesn't know. Because perhaps it's plausible that they're used for texture in some way. Probably know maybe seeds on a bun, it's misspelled. A bun are used as a sort of grip to make sure you have a good grasp of your burger and prevent it from slipping out of your hands. Okay. Or it enhances the rich nuttiness of sesame seeds by imparting a subtle roasted crispiness. Okay. Yep, I guess it's texture.
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
What I'm seeing.
Yeah. Weird. I mean, I don't mind them being on a bun, but like, why are they there?
I couldn't tell you.
Which class we're doing? Necro class. 5 streams for Sekiro Dance Pad, okay.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go get ready for bed now.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is like 11.
I know, I lose track of time so quickly talking
Yeah,
about old
same.
cartoons
It was
and all
just
that.
7 o'clock. What happened?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just got caught up. I don't know what's going on with this creation kit, but it's not cool, man. Not cool. Oh well. Okay. Well, I suppose I will see you later, Pebbles.
Yeah, yeah. Have a good night.
You too. Have fun with your reading.
Thanks.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And fun and hearty farewell to all of you wonderful folks. I will see you all tomorrow. And I'm going to be honest, if Starfield Creation Kit keeps acting the way it is, I may have to like hold off on working in it for a little bit just to figure out fixes with it or whatever. But yeah, then we may just go back to Fallout 4 Creation Kit and work more on Camp Andromeda because that seems to be more cooperative. So yeah, and instead of Elder Scrolls Online tomorrow, after playing or after doing Creation Kit stuff, we'll go back into Fallout 76. And we just kind of alternate between the two, I think. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you all back here tomorrow.